I was at my ex's, one of my girlfriends at the time. She took me to her, what is this shit called when everyone gets together? It's like a new group of workers, and then they're all like introducing you to the company and shit like that.
Her orientation?
She took me into her orientation. And I played throughout the whole orientation. And then like the guy who was explaining and was like, yeah, you spent the whole time on your DS. I was like, yeah, Chrono Trigger. The whole room laughed.
So like, I don't work for you guys, in case you're wondering.
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest in the building and co-hosts of the podcast. Got my dog DJ Doey Fresh in the building.
Yo, what up?
Not much, big dog. Also in the building. You see, Pucho, you see how clean that was? Yesterday was crazy a little bit. The last recording, interrupting, cutting it off, not
You
letting
just
me
cut
introduce.
yourself off.
Absolutely cut himself off.
You know, I just want to just show the smoothness and how the transition was there. Also in the building.
But there's a balance between smoothness and entertaining.
Oh.
And real smooth
I
might
didn't
just
find
be
any of
kind
that
of dull.
entertaining. I didn't find none of that shit entertaining.
Yeah, but the people
people
are
might-
like it.
It might be as entertaining as the PS
Here we go
Vita.
back to the. You gonna be playing it during the
Okay.
pod again? That's what we're doing.
No, I'm done setting it up. Yeah.
The Texas one without a gun, Mateo, is also in the building.
How's it going, Tony? You didn't throw that hat straight into the trash after this last season, or what are you waiting on?
See, I was just about to attack your hat, but that hat has nothing to do with you. So I'll leave it alone. Also in the building, a great one, the bald one, Pucho.
You know, my wife and I, we
shit.
took a walk this morning for exercise.
Good.
And we hit a corner, and there was a TV that was shattered. Like,
Oh.
the whole glass was like caved in. And I'm sure that person was a Cowboys fan. That's literally what I told my wife when I saw it. I was like, those people are Cowboys fans.
There's no Cowboys game on. This is crazy. The hate is on.
Oh, no, it's been shattered for weeks. It just set it out now.
Tato.
You didn't see that video, that one Cowboys fan, he's screaming at the TV, and he just like, God! He just like punches through his flat screen.
Is that video staged? That TV fell off the wall real easy. But I've also never punched a TV on a wall mount, and maybe they fall off the wall real easy after you punch them.
If mounted properly, no punch is getting that thing off the wall mount. We're talking about like 4 to 6 screws directly into wood. You're not punching that off. You'll break your hand before you're punching anything off of that.
I don't know. I mean, unless you was that big arm wrestling guy with the fucking, he might be able to do it.
He can hold a TV in one hand.
He can probably crush a watermelon in one hand.
That's impressive.
You think he could break an egg with his hand?
Anyone can
The
break
man-
an egg with your hand. It's nothing.
It's supposed to be
Nah.
hard.
It's like damn near impossible to break an egg if you hold it like in the
By
manner.
the points.
Like if you put it in the palm of like
And try to
inside of
crush
your
it.
hand and try to crush it without people who try to crush it, they'll use the fingers to like dig into it. But that's different. We're just talking about just putting it right in the center of your hand and using like just closing your hand to crush it.
Oh, I can
It's
do that.
really hard. You think I've seen big dudes who can't do it.
I'm not
It's
even
hard.
saying because I'm big. I just know the strength of these hands and these fingers. If I'm just if this is the destruction level, it's at 100. At 100%, I'll destroy that.
I think Luca doubts it. He's like, nah.
Lucas calling him out for sure. So why does the knife have like such a low level of endurance and durability in Resident Evil 2? I didn't realize that knife was just gonna break on me after 2 zombies.
Usually the knives in the Resident Evil games are like the most powerful tools you could use. There are like literal knife runs that you could do. So I think in order to get away from that, is there an unbreakable knife in that game?
I think A, there's an unbreakable knife, and B, I think if you use your knife the right way, it won't break.
Really? What's the right way to use your knife?
Well, your knife broke when the zombie attacked you, and you saved yourself by like using the knife to like not get bitten. I feel like that triggers like a durability issue, but I think the swipes don't do that. I haven't played that game in years. When did that game come out? Did it come out in the middle of the pandemic? I can't remember.
I think so. The remake, I'm pretty sure it did.
It came out so long that they made like what 2 remakes for it.
They made a remake since then, and they're dropping a remake imminently. So you're not entirely wrong. It's been we're about 2 remakes away from that remake. So.
Oh my God, Doey turned into the sun, just like that thumbnail I made this morning.
Yo, my room just activated RTX ray tracing, bro. What the fuck?
I told your bitch ass to buy curtains. I'll buy them. It's been a whole fucking week. Zero curtains.
Everyone donate to everyone donate to Doey's GoFundMe to buy him some curtains. How you been doing, Pooch?
Chilling. Been watching a lot of TV, playing
the 12
games.
hours since we last talked.
Hey man, you know what I have been doing? I've been power washing my ass off, okay?
Yes.
I just want the people to know. In between playing games of NBA 2K23, I'm power washing like a motherfucker, right? I'm on the road to platinuming Power Wash Simulator, okay? Every level there's a little challenge that you got to do. Like, don't knock the gnome over. You got to clean the whole thing without knocking the gnome over or make sure you clean the gutters last. I fucked that one up. I got to replay that level. A whole house. I got to re-clean a whole fucking house. It sucks. Yeah. And I did the hard trophies this morning, which are like, you have to get 5 gold medals in the challenge. There's like the challenge runs where it's like, you got to clean things in a certain amount of time. Those things are tight. I did one level. It took me 25 minutes to clean the whole thing. I did it in 25 minutes and 2 seconds. I got the silver medal. 2 seconds over. I had to play it again.
Off, dude.
And then I beat it at 24 minutes and like 38 seconds. So it's like the window.
Tight, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was a little pissed off that I spent 25 minutes twice, basically. But.
I hope they do more weird things with that game. I hope they come out with like some like soccer modes or something goofy. Like I hope they keep adding just weird stuff to it.
I wouldn't be mad if they did like a Batman Arkham Knight and have the map at night. Imagine washing at night, trying to look for those dark spots. Yeah, right.
They're talking about trying to do more crossovers. They tweet all the time. Their social media is very active.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't realize they're published by Square Enix, right?
Are they really? Is that the reason why they have the crossover stuff with
right,
Lara
with
Croft
Final Fantasy and Tomb Raider? They're both owned by Square. So like, I wonder what crossovers they're gonna do outside of Square, if any. But even within Square, there's some fabulous things that could be done. How about a nice little, how lit would it be if they did like a Chrono Trigger crossover and you got to clean just the 3D versions of some Chrono Trigger levels? Like, it'll be like, it'll add a hype. You know, people would think, oh shit, the Chrono Trigger remake is imminent, you know? Yeah.
Are there rumors of a Chrono Trigger remake?
Every single year.
Man, I'm on board, but I don't know what I would want. Maybe that Octopath Traveler style, that 2.5D or whatever. That could make the game pop.
They did like a tech demo or something like way back when they did Chrono Trigger in like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here for it. I want that.
Yeah.
It's been so many years now. This is about as old as the Final Fantasy VII tech demo. Like everybody thinking Final Fantasy VII remake was imminent, and then it only took, 15 years later for them to actually do it.
It's a good game. It's a really good game. I've been very slowly playing my way back through it. I'm about to get
beat
the. I've beat it several times. I think I've got like every ending except for one. But yeah, just been working my way back through it.
I think when I did play it originally on the DS, which is like a fantastic way to play the game, I was like, I could remember the places I played and like I was like super into it. I was at my ex's, one of my girlfriends at the time. She took me to her, what is this shit called when everyone gets together? It's like a new group of workers. and then they're all like introducing you to the company and shit like that.
Her orientation?
She took me into her orientation. And I played throughout the whole orientation. And then like the guy who was explaining and was like, yeah, you spent the whole time on your DS. I was like, yeah, Chrono Trigger. The whole room laughed.
So like, I don't work for you guys, in case you're wondering.
What if the dude was like,
he
man,
was probably
that's...
whispering like, we need to fire that guy. He's
No,
not.
for sure. That he definitely, because I clearly wasn't paying attention the entire time.
I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking that guy was like a huge Chrono Trigger fan. He was like, we need to fast track that guy to management.
Yeah.
Some Office Space shit right there. It's like, I don't do anything at work. That guy has management material written all over him. But yeah, the DS version of that game was the best way to play it too. It added they added an ending to the DS version that crossovered with
Chrono Cross?
with Chrono Cross, which I thought was dope.
That's dope.
Yeah,
They
there's
had-
an ending where you fight the last boss of Chrono Cross as like the ultimate boss in Chrono Trigger, and it's the Time Devourer, which is Shala, but she's like controlling Lavos or some weird shit like that. So it's like a stronger Lavos or something like that.
So you also say Lavos because that's how I pronounce it. I've heard people say Lavos. I don't like that. It's like the Mako thing.
Yeah, I'm a
And they-
Mako guy.
They had a music player on the DS that you could play all the soundtracks. And then I used to hook up like my headphones and like jam out to that on the subway.
That's right. I forgot the DS let you jam to little
That's
music.
awesome.
Yeah. It's cool, bro. Like it was a good time in life when I had that DSi and it was a good time. I had it hacked. You know what fucked everything up for me? I just got the PS Vita. Trophies. If there weren't any trophies on my Vita, I'd be more inclined to hack it, but I want to just get them all. Why am I stopping myself from getting those sweet, sweet trophies? But then like the first thing I'll do is download a PSP game. Like I'm like, I want to play this. And it's like, there's no trophies on there. But I feel like trophies fucked the whole PlayStation. I love them, but they have created a fuck from me. Like playing video games, it's hard for me to play games that don't have some sort of achievement system baked in.
What is the definitive like ranking now on achievements? Like who's top tier? Like, because you got like Steam achievements, you got the Xbox, you've got the trophies in PlayStation. Does Nintendo have a thing? They do, right? But
They
no one
do,
cares
but
about the
it's
Nintendo one. They're the
so
bottom.
whack.
They're obviously bottom tier, right?
So whack. So I would say PSN number 1, Xbox number 2, Steam number 3.
Wouldn't Steam be number 1 because the majority of people play on PC?
No, we're not. I mean, my opinion, who
Yeah,
has
like
the best achievement system? I would say,
system wise. Oh, okay.
yeah, I would say that
Steam's achievement system sucks. I
it's
don't
not.
like it.
It's not engaging. It doesn't. There's I don't know what the fuck Sony did. I get a feeling when I get a trophy, it's that little ching, that little ding. It's something about it that is like, it's like a piece of me is completed inside. I don't know what to say.
I actually do really love Steam achievements, but some of them don't have tracking on them, and that kills me. I hate when you don't give me tracking on an achievement that I'm trying to get. Like if I need to kill 20,000 enemies, let me know what my current count is, so I know if it's ridiculous for me to try to get that achievement or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that's one thing that Xbox has over all the other achievement systems is that they've had tracking in their achievements since like the 360. And Sony did not have tracking until just the PS5. And even still, it's up to the devs if they want to add tracking or not. So there's still a kill 500 things and you don't know how far along you are. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, this is why I praise and I put Xbox second, because Xbox, they track all of that information. And for a really long time, I didn't know this through like the Xbox 360 days. If you got achievements, it was like points towards like actual money in Microsoft. So they did that shit way before fucking PSN. So I got to give them their shout out for that. PSN only started doing that like more recently.
See, I think I would actually put my like the Xbox ones honestly top tier. I think they might have the edge as far as like their achievement system.
I like it.
And I think PlayStation probably beats Steam, but Steam has a few weird things that I really like. Like the developers would do weird shit on some of the achievements for Steam. Like what is that game? The Stanley Parable, where one of the achievements was don't play the game for 10 years.
Yep. I don't like trophies like that. That's like that's a troll. Like
that one's a troll. It cracked me up though.
Nah, one thing that though is all those other achievement systems, they're missing like the platinum trophy, and that's what makes the PlayStation feel so good. It's like Xbox, when you get all the achievements, the satisfaction of that is just seeing that you have like 600 out of 600 gamer score on that game or something. But like, there's no there's a satisfaction in PlayStation when you finally get the last trophy or the second to last trophy. Then boom, the platinum pops. Like, all right, you did it. Like.
Having that platinum is
that
special,
different. Yeah.
And it makes it easy to compare too, right? Like you're not like, oh, well, my gamer score is 7,025. It's like I've got 5 platinums. What do you got?
It's so right. I'm not gonna lie. That's so. It's a level above. Like I can say I proudly have like 21 platinums that I earned. No cheap shit, and I look at those and I always go back to look. I'm like, what else do I have that I could platinum? And it'll make me go back. It's just like so like it's a seal of approval that you've played the game. I don't know how to like a seal. Like I platinumed that game.
I fully experienced that game. There's nothing left in that game for me to do. I've done everything. I got the platinum. I feel that. Nintendo's definitely bottom tier though, right? Like who cares about Who cares about what you've achieved in like Nintendo games?
Big reason why I don't touch my Switch is that it just has no real like for some reason it's needed now in my gaming experience.
I might be in my remake era because like I want to get through Resident Evil 2 and then I'm going to buy the Metroid Prime remake.
Very nice.
I'm going to play through that because I never played that one. Then I'm going to do Resident Evil 3. This is my remake era, dude.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime is fire.
What now?
Wait, I'm lying. I was thinking of Metroid Dread.
Metroid Dread is the platformer one, right?
Yeah.
The remaster supposedly everybody loves though.
Yeah, Beaumont says that it's amazing. Yeah. Early contender for Game of the Year. Can you make a remake a Game of the Year though?
Well, listen,
it's not even a remake. It's just a port with like updated controls, right? And some graphical improvements. I'm not
positive. Honestly, I never played the original either.
Well, they did do texture updates, so the textures look way better. Like the beginning scene, that waterfall from GameCube to Switch looks completely different. So it is technically like. I mean, I would say maybe they put it in like a better engine. I'm not too sure what happened.
I don't think the Prime games are GameCube games, right? They're Nintendo DS games, right?
No, they're GameCube games.
Oh,
I'm not positive.
They're GameCube games, and then they were also on the 3DS as well.
See, they would make sense if they were GameCube games because I never owned a GameCube, so that's probably why I never played them.
Actually, no, they're not on 3DS because I would have known that because I have a 3DS.
Because I remember when I was in high school, there was a kid that was in my high school. He had a Nintendo DS, and he was playing Metroid Prime.
It might be on the DS though. Yeah, it's incredible what they put on the DS. That trash ass software. It's just they shrunk all their games and made it. Oh, it was fire. I played through the first Dead Space remake that EA did, and bro, EA kind of lifted the bar right now for remakes. Hopefully, Resident Evil 4 can live up to those expectations because what they did with Dead Space is a must play.
I knew EA was in their bag when they dropped that Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and all 3 games. They updated the controls and the graphics, and like I played through all those games, and they were awesome. Yeah. I was like, all right, they're gonna start cooking up some shit. Like
now, we just need the EA Sports to get back on their like on their shit. Like, give us like what was that game? NFL Street.
Yes.
NFL Street was
NBA.
good.
Yes, was good. I just played SSX 3 because I had never played it before.
It's fire.
It's a good game. It may be one of the best SSX games I've ever played.
That's the one that lets you ride on the mountain.
Yep.
Like, right.
The whole
that one
mountain
is
takes
fire.
like 30 minutes to go down.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's like 30,
It's like
40
an
minutes.
open world game, and you kind of go to like places to play like missions, so to speak. Whereas like the old SSX games were just like you pick the level and it just loaded up.
And it was like a course, right? Like it was like a single course or kind of yeah.
But what they did in SSX 3 is they incorporated all those courses into the mountain. So the mountain has a bunch of different sections that are kind of like those old courses. You have the city. I haven't been all the way down, but I have been. Shout out to Xbox backward compatibility for allowing me to play that at 60 frames per second. The game runs beautiful. I wish I had like friends to like compete with because it's like only those games that I want to do that with too. I'm like, damn, I wish I had somebody playing it right now.